joining us now to talk about the impact of it all is Karen Brinson Bell. She's Executive Director of the State Board of Elections. Karen, good to see you.
Karen, you just gave an update earlier this afternoon. So what are some of your big takeaways coming off of early voting and looking ahead to Election Day tomorrow?
The big takeaways, I think, for everyone is that North Carolinians are very much interested in this election. We are already at 57% turnout just from the early voting period and the absentee by mail ballots that have been received. But we want to make sure that people know that their voice can still be heard and they can get out and vote tomorrow for Election Day, November the 5th. Polls open at 6:30 a.m. and close at 7:30 p.m.
And Karen, we know you have been very involved in making sure the folks out in Western North Carolina are able to get out and vote, especially in the aftermath of Hurricane Helene. We're going to get into that a little bit later, but this was something very personal for you to pull off.
It very much was. While I grew up in Eastern North Carolina, not far from the Triangle, I spent 20 years of my life. I attended college in the mountains of North Carolina and was in the Asheville area for the other 16 years. And so when this devastation happened, I knew these roads, I knew these people, and and while it broke my heart, I also had the knowledge that they were strong and resilient and they would bounce back from this. And so we have worked hand in hand with local, state, and federal authorities to make sure that voting would be possible. They have worked tirelessly, whether it be restoring power to our early voting sites or making sure that we had tents available for people. We've got 7 temporary structures set up in counties in Western North Carolina, but the vast majority of our Election Day polling places are going to be open. It's just really been remarkable. And I think, people should know the people of Western North Carolina are making their voice heard because they are outpacing the rest of the state in terms of turnout. So Helene may have caused great destruction, but it did not keep people from voting.
Some big numbers from Western North Carolina. Finally, Karen, what is your #1 message to voters who may be heading out tomorrow?
So, 2 things I'd emphasize is one, if you are voting absentee by mail, it is too late to put that ballot in the mail. Take that to your county board of elections either today or by 7:30 p.m. tomorrow when they must be received. There is no longer a grace period by North Carolina law. And the other is for those who are going to vote on Election Day, be prepared. Use our voter search tool on ncsbe.gov to check your voter registration. Make sure you know where your Election Day polling place is, and also look at your sample ballot. And make sure you're in line by 7:30 p.m. And if you are, we will make sure that you are able to cast your ballot.
Karen Brinson Bell, she knows what she's talking about. She's the top elections official in the state, and we appreciate your time on our Your Voice, Your Vote special.